Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here. I finally found the energy, the passion, the enthusiasm to make the horoscope for 2017, meaning to show you how things are going to align in 2017. And my yearly horoscope or monthly horoscope are always going to be different from other things that you read or watch. Why? Because I don't like to spoon feed. I don't want to spoon feed you all. Well, this is what's going to happen for Aries and Taurus and Gemini and Leo. No, what I want to do is I want to give you a great knowledge and information. Okay, that's number one. And then I want to help you evolve as souls who must learn astrology. See, you guys think astrology is something that I just need to know the answer. This is what's going to happen this month. It's like me showing you 4, 6, 8, 12, 14. Okay? And you're just learning 2, 6, 4, 8, 12, 18. But you don't realize how I got that 4, which is 2 plus 2 equals 4, which is 1 times 4 equals 4. So once you learn this, then you don't need this 2, 4, 6, 8 answer. Then you start learning it on your own, like, oh, 2 plus 2 equals 4. So 2 plus 4 times 2 is going to be equals to 12. So once you learn it, that's when you evolve, because everybody is looking to evolve right in this world. You all want to evolve as souls so you can improve your life. The best way is not to get the spoon-fed material, but to learn astrology, which is your dharma. That's how you truly become evolved. Astrology is extremely important for every soul, as important as learning 2 plus 2 or ABCD. So obviously, in order to know how to use this information, you have to know your planetary placements. We have a birth chart. You have planets sitting there when you were born. So you can see, okay, well, Saturn is transiting here. Mars is transiting here. Moon is transiting here. And this is what he's saying it's going to happen. Well, this is also going to happen when on my chart because of this. Start doing that and you'll learn and you'll love astrology. Okay. So for this, if you want to get your full horoscope and all your astrological details, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, Aspects, and Mahadashas at the Speed of Light, including all my consultations and reading at this link. So this is a very, very interesting time. Because what's happening this year, especially literally in like a week or so, Saturn is going to enter the sign of Sagittarius. Saturn is moving from Scorpio to Sagittarius. And those of you who are like, well, it's already been in Sagittarius. This is sidereal horoscope, Vedic horoscope, not tropical. And tropical, yes, it's already at, I believe, 24 degrees of Sagittarius, or 23 degrees. But in Vedic is coming right now, still in Scorpio. And what's happening, what's the most unique thing is with this Saturn, is that Saturn is going to be in this particular point known as Gandanta point. Gandanta point occurs from 29 degrees to 1 degree or 1.567 degrees of a zodiac sign which transfers from either fire to water or water to fire, like from Cancer to Leo or Scorpio to Sagittarius. That becomes the Gandanta point. Gandanta meaning the spiritual knot, the karmic knot. And what the significance of this point is of Saturn, because Saturn is now moving from 29 degrees and will be in the first degree of Sagittarius for about, I believe, a month or so, which is known as the Gandanta point. And what you're going to experience here, which people already are, is that there's going to be a lot of cleaning of the karma that are going to happen. You're going to try to resolve all the unresolved issue. There's going to be a lot of tied knots from your past that are going to show up for to be untied. Things that you have ignored in the past Let's say you had not spoken to your father in 10 years, 15 years. Somehow, some situation will come where you're going to have to interact with your father. And whatever resentment you had towards your father, whatever hatred you had towards your father, you're going to have to untie that and resolve that. Because if you don't, then you're going to be stuck in this gandhanta. Because remember, regardless of how good or bad a person is, or a parent is, or children are, internally it is your own prarabdha karma that brought them to you. Whatever they did to you, whatever you feel, oh, this person hurt me, this person did this to me, my ex-boyfriend beat me and this and that. It was all meant to be given to you. Not by God, by you. Why by you? Because of your past actions, past life actions. Maybe 15 lifetimes ago, your boyfriend, who may have been your wife 15 lifetimes ago, may have been your son or daughter 15 lifetimes ago, you hit them really hard. You abused them physically. Now 15 lifetimes ago, they come back as your boyfriend in this life. They beat you, they hit you, and you feel like, what did I do to this world? This is Gandhanta point. I'm telling you something very important about Gandhanta point. What did I do to the world? I've always been a good person. I was raised by great parents. I'm an educated person, educated woman. I never did anything to this person. Why did they do to me? Why is God so harsh? You will never say that again once you know about things related to the karma, because Vedic astrology, especially what I practice, is based on this notion of past life karmas. So whoever, let's say in this life, I got into fight and hit me, and I hated that person. Or whatever, let's say ex-girlfriend cheated on me and I hated that person. It's not something that God said, I'm going to punish you, Kapil Raj, because you're such a bad person. God does not care all that. He lets everything manage. His algorithm manages everything by itself. So your past becomes your future, and your present is your future and your past. What you do today, the good deeds that you do today, somehow will be rewarded in the future, unless you obviously find enlightenment and moksha and and come back. So what this Gandhanta point represents is the untying of those past life deeds. They could be, somebody can come from past life to need help from you, and you have to resolve that issue for them. I'll give you a great example right now from Gandhanta point. Great Vedic astrologer Das Gurvani, who I respect utterly due to his knowledge, out of nowhere, he needs help. He needs financial help. And people are giving donations, people are giving money. I advertise it in my main channel. But I actually contributed, helped to his cause of getting medical treatment for his skin condition or his Asperger's. I don't know which one it is. I think it's Asperger, his brain condition. So this karmic Gandhanta came back. I had an interview with Das Gurvani, Vedic astrologer, literally 4 years ago now. After that, we never interacted as much, because it's just that he's not the guy who emails you and talks to you or calls you. It's very hard for him to communicate. So it was very hard for me to communicate with him. But the situation came during this Gandhanta where I have to do my work, where I have to untie this debt with Das Gurvani to help him out, to do whatever I can to help him. This is what I'm talking about, how things are happening. So Saturn is going to move from Scorpio. Scorpio is a very karmic sign. Saturn brings a lot of karma into this. All the karma has been repaid in Scorpio. If you didn't really pay your karma that heavily, you're good, because you probably don't have anything to exhaust in your karmic bag right now. Now is Saturn going to come into Sagittarius, which is going to be about higher ideas, higher belief system, expanding your horizons, but doing it through discipline, structure, organization, duty, and sacrifice. If you want to learn something, Sagittarius, higher knowledge, if you want to learn something, you're going to have to commit to it. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to give your duty to it and sacrifice. You're gonna have to put these things to learn about higher self, something higher than you. There's always something higher than you. Your ego is not the end all and be all. Oh, I'm a self-made person, I'm a self-made woman. No, that's not it. You're not a self-made person. You never are. Even if you came from the streets, it was not you that alone that contributed to the success. So Saturn in Sagittarius is going to come, but also this year, Saturn's going to turn retrograde in July. From July to, I believe, October, is going to be retrograde for 3 months. It's going to come back into Scorpio. And then again, it's going to start the process of Gandhanta. So what is showing is that Saturn, when it's going retrograde, whatever mistakes that have been made during Gandhanta point, and when you feel like, oh my God, why did I make this mistake? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? Saturn then gives you a chance that, okay, I'm going to go back to the Gandhanta point. I'll bring something again related to you untying your karmic knot so you can improve those mistakes. This can also mean for mundane astrology. Whatever mistakes, let's say, governments might have made. Whatever mistakes that were made during some contract, some peace treaty negotiations. And the other country felt that, oh my God, why did we do this? There will be a chance now, when Saturn goes retrograde in July, to take care of those things. Wrong things will be given a chance to make it right again. At the same point this year, Jupiter is in the sign of Virgo already. Jupiter is going to be moving into Libra by August. Jupiter is in Virgo, Saturn is in Sagittarius. Okay? They're square to each other. But especially Saturn looking at Jupiter from its 10th aspect makes the sign of Virgo the most important sign till July or August. The most important sign in your horoscope. So remember, I told you I'm going to give you clues, right? So now look, where is horoscope or where is the sign of Virgo placed from your ascendant and your moon chart? Both ascendant and moon, especially ascendant. Ascendant shows the unveiling of the karma. From the moon chart shows prarabdha karma. Things that will happen and should happen. And from the ascendant shows things that will happen according to your work right now. So Virgo is becoming prominent. Virgo is what? Looking at things very critically. Analyzing things. Being very analytical, logical, detail-oriented, workaholic, being in service. Virgo is also about health. So this Gandhanta knot, which is right now happening, and then Saturn is going to come into the sign of Sagittarius, go back to Scorpio, then come back direct in October. This Gandhanta point really is going to show that people need to start improving their diet. You're going to see a major change probably now and definitely by till August. You're going to see major news coming in related to diet, medicine, health, wellness. And you're going to see a major change coming in people to improve their diet to more pure diet. And I don't mean pure as in going vegan or vegetarian. No, pure diet, meaning getting away from GMOs, chemicals, going more for organic. So Virgo, that part of Virgo becomes important generally, mundane. But wherever Virgo is in your chart, that house becomes the most detailed part of your life. You will always try to analyze that part as soon as Saturn comes into Sagittarius, starting this, I believe, January 19th, if I'm not mistaken. January 19th or 20th. When it comes in Sagittarius, it'll start that process of looking at Virgo. So Virgo is just like becomes very strongly alive. So look for where Virgo is in your horoscope. And that part of your house is where you're going to concentrate when it comes to your health. whatever body part it represents. You're going to become very critical about perfecting those things. Meaning, suddenly you're going to be like you're going to become this perfectionist. If you did not did yoga before or ran before, you're going to become so perfectionist about it, especially for 6 months. You'll notice, like, why am I so analytical about me doing yoga at 6 a.m. in the morning? It's that power of the double transit of Jupiter and Saturn happening this year. And then Jupiter is going to move into Libra. So Jupiter, the guru, the teacher, does not like to be in Virgo. Why does a teacher does not like to be in Virgo? Because teacher's job is not to criticize. Teacher's job is not to nitpick your flaws. We all think that is the job of the teacher, right? Teacher's job is simply to show you your dharma. And once they show you your dharma, automatically all the corrections come by itself. So back in the days of ancient seers and gurus and rishis, when you went to Gurukul and ashram, a teacher never criticized a student. They said, if I'm criticizing a student, if I'm saying you're not perfect, you can do better, that means I'm not doing a better job as a guru. This is why Jupiter is exalted in Cancer and not Virgo. Cancer is a sign of mother, emotion, heart. Your heart chakra is Cancer, right? You love from your heart. A guru loves their students, his or her students, from the heart. And fourth house is also known as Vidya, meaning divine education. Virgo is all about saying, oh, you didn't do this right, you didn't do that right, you suck, I'm going to fire you. Virgo is about the daily routines of your everyday work life, which is far away from higher education. Virgo is a job you do. Virgo is slavery because it's the 6th house of service and slavery. Guru does not want to make you a slave. Think about it. I'm giving you very, very amazing information that is just coming out of me. I'm not believing how I'm saying this information. But again, I just let the divine speak through me because I don't know nothing. But a guru is not going to go down so low that they will criticize you. So Jupiter in Virgo, you have seen that you have been criticized a lot with by your teachers and gurus and counselors. People who you considered your guru, they were criticizing you, bashing you. So now what's going to happen from that Virgo, it's going to come into Libra. Libra is a little bit better than Virgo. Libra is about diplomacy, being liberal, sharing the things. But also, Libra is about business, contracts, conditions. So this is why Jupiter considers Mercury and Venus enemies in astrology. Why? Because Mercury is a businessman. Mercury is an accountant. Mercury keeps track. Oh, my guru, how much did you teach me? In the past 6 months, you have only taught me this much. When you promised me this much. So what happened to the half that you were saying? Mercury is the accountant, keep tracks of everything. This is why Guru does not like Mercury. Any of Mercury's signs. Because either a teacher is forced to criticize the students or student criticizes the teacher. You didn't teach us enough. That's not how relationship between a teacher and a guru or guru and shishya, guru and student relationship is. When it comes to Libra, you would like to share the information with everybody. Whatever you have learned from your guru, you're going to want to share that with everybody. You're going to be very diplomatic. You're going to be like, you know what, teacher, my guru, I don't think I'm going to criticize you. I think you got some good points here, what you taught us. Even though you taught us this much compared to this much, I think I see your point. Okay, so let's work together. Let's try to, negotiate. You teach us this much, but teach us in this way, and maybe, we'll share it. So again, it is not the highest place on a more pure perspective. Jupiter does not want to be in that situation where it's negotiating with the students. But also you have to understand Jupiter not just represents a teacher, it represents children, wealth, prosperity. Being in Libra shows in relationships, abundance of prosperity and wealth will come in, especially within the marriage. But remember, the guide that I'm giving you, look where the sign of Libra is in your horoscope. Look where the knowledge is going to be spread. Look where the prosperity of Jupiter is going to be expanding, because Jupiter is expanding. It's like a balloon, like it expands. Look for these things from your ascendant and the moon. From the moon, it'll show what is to happen that you cannot change. From the ascendant, it shows the karmas that you will try to do. So it becomes very important, even though there's not a double transit, but Jupiter is coming in Libra. And if you notice, this is how you understand Jupiter. How Jupiter will react in Libra. If you make Libra the ascendant, Jupiter rules the 3rd and 6th house. I'm giving you some good secrets here of understanding transits. Whenever Jupiter is in Libra, you will notice your communication and your ability to do your daily routines will be the greatest focus in life. Your paying off your debts will be the greatest focus in life. In Libra, Jupiter makes a person do a lot of, balance their health compared to, their other leisure activities. Whenever you want to judge a planetary transit meaning, make that sign the ascendant and see what sign that particular planet rules. Saturn is in Sagittarius. It's going to be Sagittarius within a week. From Sagittarius, Saturn rules the 2nd and 3rd house. 2nd and 3rd house of wealth, family, money, communication, riding, short distance travel. So especially when Saturn and Jupiter both are ruling 3rd house from their transits, especially in Libra, think about what will happen. This is something you'll have to observe and see. And especially look at the house where, like I said, Jupiter and Saturn are going to be transiting. One house you're going to be very serious about. You're going to be all about duty and commitment towards that house. Where Jupiter is, you're going to see things expand. And then you will have your monthly movement of sun across the zodiac. Jesus going to the houses of his disciple, each disciple. So that's something I don't need to tell you about. You guys have probably heard it for the last 15, 20 years. And all these small moving planets will go through each zodiac sign during this year. But then you see the karmic nodes. Okay? The karmic nodes of Rahu and Ketu. Rahu and Ketu are known as North Node and South Node of the Moon in Vedic astrology. So starting September, Rahu will come in the sign of Cancer, Ketu will come in the sign of Capricorn. And this transition, see, Rahu in Cancer makes you more emotional than before, more motherly than before, more sensitive than before, more intuitive than before. Rahu in Cancer, the great example of Rahu in Cancer would be someone like Kim Kardashian becoming Mother Teresa for that 18-month. Because from September 8th, I believe, Rahu, Ketu will switch signs. They will go backwards. They're going backwards, right? So imagine people when they have Cancer, Rahu in their chart transiting, whichever house is transiting, they're going to become overly emotionally drawn to that. It's kind of like Paris Hilton suddenly going to third world country and wanting to embrace every child and take them and caress them. You never know, you might actually see that. Don't be surprised if you do. When Rahu comes in Cancer, Rahu actually loves being in Cancer, believe it or not. Because Cancer is the least of the confusing sign of Rahu. Rahu in Scorpio is debilitated. It's confused. It cannot deal with chaos because Rahu is chaos in itself. And then you putting chaos on chaos. It's like putting water on oil fire. Then Rahu in Pisces, again, Rahu is in like this deep spiritual waters and he's floating and he has no idea what's going on, what to do. It's like, Brahma waking up and like, okay, what am I here for? Who am I? What am I? What is this? Hands and feet and what that? It's like a confusing state. It's like a more, affluent state for Rahu. Like, Rahu is in this very abstract mode. In Cancer, Rahu has a name. Rahu feels okay. Scorpio, I'm not turbulent or chaotic. Pisces, I'm not confused in these deep waters. In Cancer, I know I need to nourish something, take care of something, nourish something, love something. This is why Rahu does excellent compared to all the water signs. Then comes, and especially Rahu represents our future. It's the development of our future. So wherever this in our chart, Rahu will show that now our temporary mission, besides our birth chart mission, our temporary mission is to really deal with those emotional points of where Rahu is. So whether, let's say, Rahu's in your first house, Rahu can bring mass fame. And people will emotionally embrace you. Rahu is in your, let's say, sixth house in Cancer. Suddenly you're going to be like, I need to join a non-profit organization. Where can I volunteer and do volunteer work? Remember, I'm giving you clues. And then Ketu is in Capricorn. Capricorn is a solid earth sign. Capricorn, just like Rahu enjoys being in the water sign, the max. Ketu likes being in the sign of Capricorn, the max, versus Taurus and Virgo. Because in Taurus, Ketu gets or is forced to be attached to money. In the sixth house, Ketu is forced to do daily work, to deal with obstacles and enemies that it doesn't want to. Ketu is a moksha karak, significator of enlightenment. When it goes into the Capricorn, think about a Capricorn sign. Sign of leadership, society, the world outside. Capricorn represents, in a way, throne of the king. So Ketu feels like, okay, I don't have to be attached to money and I don't have to deal with all these obstacles and enemies in work. If I'm in a leadership position in Capricorn, all right, at least I'm in a much better position to actually give commands to what I want. So fine, I will do good for society. What Ketu shows is your past karma's expertise. Past karmas and expertise. So your temporary expertise now is going to be in the sign of Capricorn, which is to naturally find leadership into the house that Ketu is transiting. You will naturally feel comfortable to be in that position and to deal with the position. That's what Ketu is. So then it becomes this dance of Rahu and Ketu again. Remember my video, Dance of Rahu and Ketu? The emotional self and the professional self. That's why we are like always two-faced people. One-sided Rahu, the other side is Ketu. So, but this will start from September. But still, it's part of 2017, so I have to show it to you guys. But then you can just look online, okay, well, Venus is transiting in Pisces and Aries and Gemini, and all these things will happen. But I just gave you the main meat of transit. And once you apply this, you'll see the magic. You'll start learning astrology yourself. Okay? So guys, this was my analysis of 2017. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And also subscribe my original channel, KRS channel. And if you want to know where your planetary placements are, all my books, consultations, readings, for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.